Well, we have royalty in the building today, and she's here to tell us about a trip that she'll never forget.
Miss North Dakota International Jessie Ahmed joins us to talk about the trip and, of course, much, much more. So you're just telling us that you were down in Nicaragua. Why and what was going on?
Yes, so we got to go with the team from Triumph Lutheran here in town. They have a partnership with a church there called El Recreo in Managua, Nicaragua. So that's the connection there, and I have friends, very good friends from Triumph that invited me to go. So I really can't say no to an international trip and a time to get to share Girl Scouts with them as well. So I was on board.
And so this takes a lot of time and resources. So what really motivates you and motivated you to go down?
Yes, so it's with another group called Nicaraguan Resource Network. And of course, there are a lot of needs there. They have extreme poverty that they deal with there. There's been some civil unrest and a lot of things. And so I kind of also struggled with, would the cost of this trip be better just given to them? But what they really focus on is the friendships and the relationships. And that is more important to the people down there than even the money, which of course the money helps and there's things that they desperately need. But it's all about the relationships. So there's a team at Triumph that have been down several times. So different ones have gone down several times. This was my first time going. But once you go, you really can't imagine not getting to go back to see your friends.
Yeah, so what are some of the things that you did do down there?
So we got to do a lot. We packed a lot into a short number of days. So when we first arrived, we were able to meet with the church there with Pastora Misaela, who is the pastor of the church there. And she told us of different needs that the church has, kind of what they've been doing over the last 14 months. Generally, the team here goes down more often than that, but because of the civil unrest, it just wasn't a safe time to be able to go down. Then we were able to buy some food and to distribute that to different members of the church. So to go all over Managua and some of the rural areas, delivering food, just some basic staples that they need, flour and sugar and rice and beans and soap and those kinds of things. And they're just an amazing, welcoming people that just welcome you right into their home. A hug and a kiss on the cheek is the way they welcome a stranger. So that was really fun. We also, each of us got to teach and speak on something that was important to us. And so many of the church leaders spoke on leadership and mentorship as this new church is kind of being built. I got to speak on an international program called Free Being Me. That's an international Girl Scout program that focuses on self-esteem and body confidence. Another member of our team got to come, which is Miss North Dakota International, Ava Hill, who's become just a very dear friend of mine. And she got to share hope through her platform, which is Peyton Heart Project. We also got to celebrate with them. So they'd had a pretty massive fire in their church that destroyed about half of, almost all of the church, really. So on the last day that we were there, we got to have this giant celebration. They were able to build the church twice as big as it was before. It's very, very hot there. And so they were able to raise the ceiling as well. So made it there's the pictures too that you'll see. The green building is the inside of the church. So more room for people to come, more time for people to be able to spend there. We were able to bring piñatas and food and just have this amazing celebration with them.
And
so, yeah.
Really quickly, your platform is Girl Scouts.
Yes.
So were you able to work with that?
I was, and that's something I love about Girl Scouts is it's really, it's not one cause or one focus, but you can take that and share it anywhere and kind of go anywhere with it. And so I was able to bring that Free Being Me program, talk about how each one is individually made and has gifts and talents and abilities that can be used, in an important way right in that community.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. It sounds like,
Thank you.
honestly, a trip of a lifetime.
It really was. It really was a life-changing trip. Thanks so much for letting me share about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, stay tuned. We got a great update coming up from Brandy Malloy and the most important meal of the day from Hilton.